Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. As always, I am here with an update from what's gone on in Washington, D.C. There's plenty to get into, so let's get started with all of it. We have a saying in the military, make the big deal the big deal. So with that in mind, I want to start with a story that's been so dominating the news this week, USAID. As many of you know, I took the reins of the Foreign Affairs Committee at the beginning of this Congress as chairman, and that committee is charged with oversight of USAID. So I eat, sleep, and breathe this issue. All things United States Department of State, USAID, and I have for years. And that's why I wanted to shed some light on what USAID has really been up to and why I support the administration's efforts to root out the waste, the fraud, the abuse that has been running rampant for years. If you've been watching these videos, you've seen me expose this for years, but now we have access to so much more. I could spend this entire video listing off ridiculous programs and grants that USAID has been wasting your tax dollars on. $20 million to produce an Iraqi version of Sesame Street. $20 million of your money. $15 million to provide condoms, contraceptives to the Taliban. Literally, that's not a fake thing. $2 million for Moroccan pottery classes. The list literally goes on and on. The point is, I want to make in this moment, this isn't just about blatant waste of your hard-earned money. Programs like this actually weaken the United States' position around the globe. It does not make America the partner of choice for these countries. Let's put it this way. If you're asking someone if they'd rather have chicken or fish, and then they say chicken, and you give them a grant to make a European coffee shop more gender inclusive, they're probably going to turn to another country like China or Russia that is investing in a chicken processing plant that can keep an entire village fed. Programs like this do the exact opposite of what USAID was established to do, expand the United States' soft power. So I absolutely support Secretary Marco Rubio's efforts to make sure USAID is under the appropriate level of command and control. And to those who say, why does this need to be done with a butcher's knife instead of a scalpel? I would say this, the examples that I've listed off, they're not the exception. They are the rule. They're not the outliers. They are what is more prevalent than anything. DEI was more important than diplomacy to the bureaucrats at the USAID and at the State Department. That's what's going to change. The worthwhile programs can and should apply for a waiver, and that good work will be able to continue. This is not the last that you're going to hear about this issue. And next week, the Foreign Affairs Committee will be holding a hearing on this, so stay tuned to that. I want to turn now to another committee that I sit on, the Committee of Transportation and Infrastructure. Now this week, we held a hearing on maritime infrastructure. It's no secret that the supply chain under Joe Biden was absolutely broken, just like USAID. Grocery shelves were empty. Parents couldn't even find baby formula. We're committed to fixing that. And one of the biggest steps that we can take is to get more Americans into the crucial jobs that this country needs, like moving people, moving goods, moving the things that we need. Those who work at ports, those truckers, we need more of those people. And we can do that by cutting red tape. So listen into this.
Drivers that are 18 years old, not yet 21 years old, right? A lower age driver. Do you have a problem with 18-year-old drivers coming in and out of your port, moving goods from A to B, whether it just be to another location just outside the port, because that's where it's going to be, let's say circling the wagons to bring it across the state or across the country, or whether directly out of the port, directly to interstate commerce somewhere over the road out to Texas or who knows where. Do you have a problem in general with somebody being 18 years old doing that?
Thank you, Congressman. First, no, don't have a problem. I want to thank you for your support for everything we have done in our port. And as we look at it, as many of our testimony has talked about today, there's a graying in the workforce, particularly in the maritime industry, trucking industry, and we would wholeheartedly support. We average about 10,000 truck moves a day in and out of our port complex. It's a critical function. Our trucking companies are having difficulty finding truck drivers. Getting a CDL at a young age with the proper training, safety. We ask 18-year-olds to sail on the bridge of an Aegis class destroyer and drive that ship in and out of our port or other ports. We ask 18-year-olds to get behind an Abrams tank and drive it. I think they can drive a truck with the proper training.
Now, whether it's age restrictions or issues transferring military skills to the private sector, we need to cut the red tape that's holding qualified drivers back from being a critical link in our supply chain. This can and it will be fixed. Finally, on the House floor this week, we considered a bill that would fulfill our promise to make America safer. We're going to do a lot more to make America safer, but this is one piece of it. The first is the Halt Fentanyl Act. This bill makes fentanyl a Schedule I substance. It closes a dangerous loophole that traffickers are using and exploiting. It makes clear that these highly dangerous substances have to remain strictly controlled. It also enforces stronger penalties for trackers. We still have an opioid epidemic in this country, and fentanyl is making it worse. This bill is a step in protecting our communities, saving lives, and that's a battle that we're going to continue to fight each and every day. In that, I hope that you all have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you all around home. I wish you all the best. You all take care. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and subscribe. I will be back on YouTube with more exclusive content, so stay tuned.